everybody, and welcome to Gentle You Fitness. My name is Aneil, and today we're going to work on upper and lower body strength in a seated and standing position. All we're going to use today is just a resistance band. You can purchase one in the description of this video, or if you have one, that's wonderful. Go ahead and grab your resistance band. You can put it to the side for now. We'll use it in a little bit, but let's start with our warm-up today. So let's have a seat in our chair. We're going to sit nice and tall. Try to come away from your chair back. So sitting up tall, let's start with our marching. Just marching our legs nice and easy. Staying within a pain-free range of motion. None of the exercises should create more pain. So we want to just always go nice and gentle and easy. But we're going to feel the muscles working. So nice and tall, let's go high knees now. Let's lift our knees up as high as you can. Feeling this one in our hips and our lower back area. But again, no sharp pains, just feel your muscles working. Feel the joints moving. 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back to a normal march. Now we're going to switch to our knees here. So I want you to do our front kicks. Extend our legs out in front of you. Feeling this down at our knee joints here. Warming up your quads and your hamstrings. Again, should be just gentle, no sharp pains. Do what you can. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pause those legs. Moving down to our ankles. Let's lift our toes up and down. Just tap those toes, going up and down. Warming up our ankles as well as our calf muscle. Let's switch to the heels here. Let's lift our heels up and down. Feeling this one in our ankles again. You'll feel it on the shins and your calves. Keep those heels going up and down. We're going to pause there. We're going to add our little bunny hop to this. So on those toes, we're just going to hop up and down. Starting to warm up our core area. Kind of feeling the core working. Just trying to hop up and down. Do what you can. We're going to hop from side to side now. So hop from your left side, hop to the right side. Trying to hop and lift, lift and hop. There we go. 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back to center. We're going to move back up to your hip here. So left leg, we're going to extend it in front of you, heel on the ground, and now bend that knee to have the toe under. So we're going to work the hip and the knee. Left leg goes heel and toe, heel and toe, heel and toe. So go at your own pace, do what you can. Just warming up our left leg here. We're going to go 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back to the center. Right leg doing the same. Right leg, extend forward, tap your heel on the floor, and take it back to tap our toes. So we're going to go heel and toe, heel and toe. Again, go at your own pace, just warming up the right leg. 5 more seconds, then we're going to work on your upper body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's pause your legs. We're going to still sit nice and tall in your chair, away from your chair back, and we're going to reach forward. One arm at a time, left arm, then right arm. Reaching those arms, we're just going to warm up our shoulders here. The shoulders, your upper back and lower back and chest. Sitting tall in our chair, making sure to breathe our deep breaths. Now let's reach diagonally across your body. Staying at chest level, you're just going to reach across. Again, staying in your pain-free range of motion. Nothing should hurt. You should just feel the joints move. Feel our muscle groups working. We're going to go a little higher here, so do what you can. If it hurts, don't go up as high, but reach up diagonally across your body, reaching up towards that ceiling. Again, if it hurts, don't go up as high. We're going to go 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pausing those arms. Now let's reach straight up. Again, do what you can. Reach that left arm all the way up, and then reach the right arm all the way up. Get a good stretch in the low back as well as our shoulders, but just reach up as high as you can. We're going to do this one for about 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest those arms. Reach both arms out in front of you. Pull those elbows straight back. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and extend the arms forward. Go at your own pace. Just goes forward and then back. Making sure to squeeze the shoulder blades when we pull back and then push forward. 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's leave those arms back out in front of you. Thumbs are up, so rotating. Thumbs up, pull those elbows straight in, and then push them back out. Pulling in, and then push out. Keeping those arms close to the body. We're going forward and back here. Go at your own pace. Sitting tall, away from your chair back. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And elbows at your side. Thumbs are up. 1 more for our warm-up. Sitting tall. We're going to rotate your shoulders and have those hands go out to the side. Rotate at your shoulders to come back in. So we're going to go out and back in. But keep your elbows tucked in. So elbows stay at your side as we go out and then back in. Feel this in our rotator cuff in our shoulders. But again, if it hurts, don't do it. 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower those arms. Great job. If you'd like to take a break here, you're welcome to pause the video, grab some water, because we're going to stand and work our legs next before we get too tired. So go ahead and pause the video, grab a sip of some water. But if you're ready to keep going, let's go ahead and stand and come behind our chairs. You are also welcome to do the exercise seated in the chair as well. But if you're okay, we're going to go ahead and stand up. Let's come either behind your chair so you can hold on to your chair, or you can have your chair sideways, or you can have a counter in front of you or your walker. Just make sure that those brakes are on. You just have something to hold on to just for safekeeping. I'll keep my chair to the side here. So let's start with our ankles. So feet are flat on the floor. We're going to lift your heels up as high as you can. Hold that position. If you're seated, just lift your heels up and hold again. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then those heels back down. Let's go for 12 of these. We ready? Lift your heels up and back down. 2, up and down. 3, up and down. 4, up and down. 5, up and down. 6, up and down. 7, up and down. 8, up and down. 9, up and down. 10, up and down. 11, up and down. 1 more, up and down. Let's switch to your toes here. Lift your toes up as high as you can. Still standing tall. Try not to move your hips at all. Keep your hips in. Just your ankles moved. Lift those toes up. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and toes down. Keeping a tall posture, let's do 12 toe lifts. Lift your toes up and down. 2, up and down. 3, up and down. 4, up and down. 5, up and down. 6, up and down. 7, up and down. 8, up and down. 9, up and down. 10, up and down. 11, up and down. 1 more, up and back down. We're going to switch back to the heels here. So this time, what I want you to do is have your heels go into a V. So the heels are in a V, the toes are out to the side. Those heels are in, toes out. Just the heels here. Let's lift your heels up off the floor. Hold that position. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and heels down. 12 here. Let's lift your heels up and down. 2, up and down. 3, up and down. 4, up and down. 5, up and down. 6, up and down. 7, up and down. 8, up and down. 9, up and down. 10, up and down. 11, up and down. 1 more, up and down. Switching to our toes, still in that V position. Heels in, toes out. Just your toes here. Stand tall. Toes go up and hold. Hold those toes high. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and toes down. 12 here. Lift our toes up and down. 2, up and down. 3, up and down. 4, up and down. 5, up and down. 6, up and down. 7, up and down. 8, up and down. 9, up and down. 10, up and down. 11, up and down. One more, up and down. Go ahead and shake out those ankles a little bit here. Roll them in a circle. We're going to switch to your hamstrings here. So again, you could do this in a seated position, or we could do it standing. If you're in a seated position, you're going to be at the edge of the chair, and all we're going to do is bend that knee to take your toe under the chair and then take it back out. We're just going to work the hamstring. So if you're doing it seated, stay seated. If you're doing this standing, make sure you have the chair in front of you or your walkers with the brakes on, or the chair to the side of you. So we're going to start with your left leg. I want you to stand tall. We're going to bend our left knee to bring the heel up to your buns, keeping that knee pointed down. The hip did not move. My hip stayed put. The knee is pointed to the floor, and the heel is coming up to your buns right here, and then back down. So that's all the movement is. So try to stand nice and tall here. I'll kind of go in a diagonal. Ready? So this left leg, bend your knee to bring the heel up to your buns. Hold it there. You got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the leg down. 12 here, but make sure to keep your knee pointed to the floor. So left leg, bend your knee, bring the heel in, and back down. Good. 2, lift leg, heel up, and down. 3, up, and down. 4, up, and down. 5, up, and down. 6, up, and down. 7, up, and down. 8, up, and down. 9, up, and down. 10, up, and down. 11, up, and down. One more, up, and down. Switching over to your right leg here. So again, holding on. Right leg, bend your knee to bring that heel up to your buns. Keep that knee pointed to the floor. That hip is straight. 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower the leg down. Right leg, we're going to do 12 of them. Bring that heel up and down. 2, up and down. 3, up and down. 4, up and down. 5, up and down. 6, up and down. 7, up and down. 8, up and down. 9, up and down. 10, up and down. 11. One more goes up and down. We're going to do the second set. Let's go back to your left leg here. So going back to our left leg, bend your knee, bring that heel back up towards your buns. Keep the knee pointed down and then back down. 12 left. Ready? Left leg goes up and down. 2, up and down. 3, up and down. 4, up and down. 5, up and down. 6, up and down. 7, up and down. 8, up and down. 9, up and down. 10, up and down. 11. One more time. Up and down. And last one for our hamstrings. Let's do that again with our right leg. Right leg, bend your knee, bring that heel up and then back down. 2 goes up and down. 3, up and down. 4, up and down. 5, up and down. 6, up and down. 7, up and down. 8, up and down. 9, up and down. 10, up and down. 11, up and down. One more, up and back down. We can wiggle out those knees, kind of rest our legs a little bit. Let's do one more standing and then we'll have a seat. Last round is our quads, everybody's favorite. We're going to work on squat holds to really work those thighs. Now, if you're seated, if you don't want to do this standing, you're welcome to do this seated. All I want you to do is lift your legs up. You're going to hold your legs up the whole time that we're standing. So try not to drop them down that much. Just try to keep those legs up if you're not standing with me. If you're standing, again, come in behind your chair or come to the side or stand in front of your walker or a table to hold on to. So I want you to take your feet about shoulder width apart. All right, feet are flat on the floor, holding on. First round is push your hips backwards. That puts our weight on your heels here. Holding on to your chair or your walker. Bend your knees to lower yourself down. Go as far down as you feel comfortable. As long as you don't have any sharp pains in your knees. We have your weight on your heels. Hold it here. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then standing nice and tall here. We're going to try for 12 of them, but stop when you need to. You can skip every other repetition, or you can do 7 of them or 5, however many you can. Really work on those thighs here. So ready? Let's go ahead and push your hips back. Weight is now on your heels. Bend your knees. We're going to go down and then back up tall. 2, down and nice and tall. 3, down and all the way up. 4, down and up. 5, down and up. Try not to rush this. 6, down and up. 7, down and up. 8, down and up. 9, down and up. 10, down and up. 11, down and up. One more time, down and up. All right, our second set here. We're going to bring your heels in and your toes out to the side, but keep those heels about shoulder width apart. So when we did our calf workout, our heels were closer in. I just want those feet about shoulder width apart. Those heels are in, the toes out to the side. Holding onto your chair or your walker again, or the table. We're going to bend those knees. Again, let's squat down here. You're going to feel this in your inner thighs a little bit more. Try to make sure we have the weight on our heels, not on our toes. Hold this position. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then stand nice and tall. Let's try 12 of them, but again, stop when you need to. You can skip every other repetition. You can only do 5 or 7, or try the whole 12, but making sure that there's no sharp pain, so stay wherever you can. If there's sharp pains, don't go down as far. See if that'll work. All right, ready for 12? Let's bend those knees. Let's lower down and back up. 2, down and up. 3, down and up. 4, down and up. Try not to rush this. 5, down and up. 6, down and up. 7, down and up. 8, down and up. 9, down and up. 10, down and up. 11, down and up. One more time, down and back up. Great job, everybody. Let's go ahead and have a seat. You're welcome to pause the video, grab some water, and we're going to switch over to our resistant band. So go ahead and pass out your resistant band, or go ahead and find your band and hold on to it. We will have a seat. So again, you could pause the video to grab some water or to find your resistant band. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, go ahead and join me again. We're going to switch over to our band now. So let's go ahead and sit nice and tall in our chair here. Again, coming away from your chair back. We're going to hold on to this band with our hands shoulder width grip. What I really like about this resistant band is that you can create how much resistance you want. If you hold your hands wider than shoulder grip, it's going to be a lighter resistance. If you have your hands closer together, you're going to have a harder resistance. I like them about shoulder width. That's kind of a good resistance here. But again, modify based on your needs here. So we're going to work on your upper back now in our posture. So sitting tall, come away from your chair back. Elbows are straight. Ready? We're going to pull this apart. Hold it out there. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Feel this on your upper back. Feel this in our shoulders. Allow those arms to wiggle if they are. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then rest those arms. Okay, we're going to pull it out 12 times, but do what you can. You can stop anytime you like. Ready? Sitting tall. Pull this apart and back together. 2, out and in. 3, out and in. 4, out and in. 5, out and in. 6, out and in. 7, out and in. 8, out and in. 9, out and in. 10, out and in. 11, out and in. One more, out and in. Resting those arms here. You could shake out those shoulders if you like to. Roll them around. We're going to go a little higher up now to work this low back. So with those hands, we're going to take it up as high as you can or above your eyesight level, however high you can. Hold on tight here. We're going to pull this apart. Feel this on our low back as well as our shoulders. But again, no sharp pains. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then relax those arms. Okay, we're going to pull that out 12 times here, but rest if you need to. Ready? Let's go ahead and extend our arms up as high as you can. We're going to pull this apart and back together. 2 goes out and in. 3 out and in. 4 out and in. 5 out and in. 6 out and in. 7 out and in. 8 out and in. 9 out and in. 10 out and in. 11 out and in. 1 more out and in. Resting those arms down. Let's move up to our upper neck here and our shoulders, the top of our shoulders. It's our big trapezius muscles, what we're working on next. So hold on to those hands, hold on to the band. Let's place that one down by our legs here. So the band's going to rest right on your thighs. Keep your elbows straight, sitting tall away from your chair. We're going to pull this apart, feel this up at our neck area, as well as the top of our shoulders. Good, hold it here, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting down. 12 more here. Sit tall, ready, elbows straight. Pull this apart and back together. 2 out and in. 3 out and in. 4 out and in. 5 out and in. 6 out and in. 7 out and in. 8 out and in. 9 out and in. 10 out and in. 11 out and in. 1 more out and back in. Rest in those shoulders here. Gonna move your neck around, looking from side to side. Good. We're gonna switch to our chest here. So now you're gonna place the band behind your back, right underneath your arms. There you go. So the band goes right underneath your arms here. We're gonna hold on to the band with our thumbs up. Again, sitting tall, come away from that chair back again. So your thumbs are up. All I want you to do here is you're going to push your arms forward like you're punching forward. Hold there, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then bring those arms back in. Now your left arm, I want you to push diagonally across your body over towards the right. Still sit tall. 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back in. Right arm does the same. Right arm, push that band and extend your arm over towards the left. Hold it there, 5 seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back in. We'll go back to our left arm. Let's go diagonally up towards the right, as far up as you can. 5 more seconds, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down. Right arm does the same. Right arm, reach diagonally up towards the ceiling to the left. Hold it there, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back down. Next round, we're going to work on repetitions of all those positions. So we're going to do 12 each of them, but again, rest if you need to, stop in between. So let's sit nice and tall. Thumbs are up, pushing your arms forward, both arms go forward, and then comes back in together. Let's go 12 here. So this is 2, push out and back in. 3, out and in. 4, out and in. 5, out and in. 6, out and in. 7, out and in. 8, out and in. 9, out and in. 10, out and in. 11, out and in. 1 more, out and back in. Left arm is going to push across the body over towards the right and then pulls back into the center. Okay, 12 here, ready? Left arm pushes diagonally across and back together. 2 goes across and center. 3 across and center. 4 across and center. 5 across and center. 6 across and center. 7 across and center. 8 across and center. 9 across and center. 10 across and center. 11 across and center. 1 more across and center. Let's try that with the right arm. If you're getting tired, just stop and rest, or again, pause the video and then we'll keep going when you're ready. But with the right arm, let's go ahead and do this again. Right arm reaches diagonally across towards our left and then back to center. 2 goes across and center. 3 across and center, 4 across and center, 5 across and center, 6 across and center, 7 across and center, 8 across and center, 9 across and center, 10 across and center, 11 across and center, 1 more across and center. Almost there. We're going to push diagonally up towards your left now, up towards the right now. So left arm, push it diagonally across the body, up towards our left, and then back down. Just go up as high as you can towards your ceiling. So left arm pushes diagonally across, up to the left, up to your right, and back to center. Good. 2 goes up across and center. 3 across and center. 4 across and center. 5 across and center. 6 across and center. 7 across and center. 8 across and center. 9 across and center. 10 across and center. 11 across and center. 1 more across and center. Last exercise for the seated position and our arms. So for your right arm, we're going to push it directly across, going up towards the ceiling, and then back down. Let's go 12 here. Push it diagonally across and center. 2 across and center. 3 up and across and center. 4 goes up and center. 5 across and center. 6 across and center. 7 across and center. 8 across and center. 9 across and center. 10 across and center. 11 across and center. 1 more across and center. Let's go ahead and place this band down on the floor. We are all done with this one for today. Feel free to pause the video, grab some water if you need some. We're going to switch to balance exercises. So again, you can pause the video, you can grab some water. Then when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and stand again behind our chairs. So if you're ready, let's go ahead and stand up, come behind your chair. Again, you could come behind the chair, you can go behind your walker or a table. Just make sure that your walker brakes are on. You could even turn your chair sideways if you like to hold on that way. I'll just keep mine to the side, but it's safest if you're just behind your chair. So let's start with our feet about hip width apart here. So feet are hip width apart, we're standing tall. We can look straight ahead. Now you can gently hold onto your chair, the walker, or your table, or you can let go and hover your hands over those items. Or if you want to make this harder, you can have your arms crossed. So all we're doing is standing tall. We're standing tall and standing still. Feet are flat on the floor. We have our weight over the arches. Do you feel your heels? Do you feel your toes? So just trying to acknowledge our weight. Do you feel your quads here? Do you feel the hamstrings? Good. Do you feel those knees? Just trying to acknowledge our body, feel what our legs are doing. Do you feel your ankles? They may already be wiggling forward and back on you. So the more that we're aware of our balance and what our body is doing, the better balance we have. So again, standing tall, we've just been looking straight ahead. Now what I want you to do is look to your left here. So turn your head and look to your left. Bringing the head back to the center. Let's look to the right. And then back to the center. We're going to look up to the ceiling. And then back to the center. Let's look down to the floor. And then coming back to the center here. Great job. Let's add a little weight shifts to this. So standing tall, we have your weight is in the center, which means we have 50% of our weight on our toes, 50 on our heels. So all I want you to do, just your ankles, I want you to slowly lean forward. Now you have more pressure under our toes. I didn't bend from our hips. My shoulders are still back. Hips are still straight. I move from my ankles and then pull myself back to the center. So again, center is over your arches of your feet, 50% of on your toes and 50 under our heels. Let's try that one again. You ready? Standing tall, look straight ahead. Slowly lean forward, shift your weight forward to your toes, and then pull yourself back to center. One more here. Let's shift your weight forward, and then pull back to center. We're going to go to the left leg now. Shift your weight to your left foot. All the weight went back down to the left foot. Right is still there. I just don't have much weight on it. It's all on this left leg. And then come back to the center. Let's do that again. Let's shift over to your left foot and then back to center. One more goes to the left foot and then back to the center. Let's go to your right foot here. Shift your weight to the right. Again, my left stayed on the floor. I just moved that weight over to this right foot and then back to the center. Two more. Shift your weight to the right foot and then back to the center. One more time. Shift it to the right foot and then back to the center. Now we have to go back to the heels. Standing tall, slowly lean back so you have weight on your heels, and then pull yourself back to center. Two more here. Shift it back to the heels, and then back to center. One more time, shift back to your heels, and then back to the center. We're going to add the head tilts to this now. So we're going to go back forward to our toes. You ready? Stand tall. Slowly lean forward to your toes and then look up to the ceiling and then pull everything back to the center. Let's do that again. Ready? We're going to shift your weight forward to your toes, looking up to the ceiling, and then come back to the center. Now we're going to look down to the floor as we do that. So shift your weight forward to your toes and looking down to the floor, and then back to the center. One more, shift your weight forward to your toes, look down, and then come back to the center. We're going to shift your weight to your left foot. Shift your weight to the left foot. Now look to your left, and then coming back to the center. Let's do that one again. Shift your weight to your left foot, look to your left, and then back to the center. Next, we're going to look to the right as we shift our weight to the left. So shift your weight to your left foot, look to the right, and then back to the center. Let's do that again. Shift your weight to your left foot, look to the right, and then back to the center. Let's do that to the right leg. Shift your weight to the right foot, look to the right, and then back to the center. Shift your weight to the right foot, look to the right, and then back to center. Now we're going to look to our left. Shift your weight to the right foot, look to your left, and then back to center. Let's do that again. Shift your weight to the right foot, look to your left, and then back to the center. We're going to go back to the heels here. Standing tall, slowly leaning back to your heels. Now slowly look up and bring everything back to center. One more time, shift back to your heels, looking up, and then back to the center. We're going to look down now. Shift your weight back to the heels, looking down, and then back to the center. One more, lean back to your heels, looking down, and then coming back to the center. Let's stay in the center here. We're going to slowly close your eyes. So we're going to stay stationary. We won't shift our weight right now. Weight's right in the center. Stand tall. You can hold your chair or the walker or the table, or you can hover over it. Okay, I want you to close one eye. So only one eye is closed. If this is easy, I want you to try to squint your eyes. You could still see out. It's just a little bit harder. And if this is easy, I want you to try to close your eyes fully. If this is too hard, just go back to eyes squinting. But eyes are closed or squinting. Do you feel your ankles wiggling around? Your weight shifting by yourself because you're just trying to stand tall. Your balance is trying to figure out where we are in space. So keeping your eyes closed, trying to stay stationary and tall, and open up those eyes. Great job, everybody. We're almost done for the day, though. So now what I want us to do is we're either going to squint your eyes or close them, and we're going to add that weight shift to it. So we're going to either lean forward, lean to the sides, or backwards. So almost there. Let's just do one round per side. So standing tall, let's either squint your eyes or close your eyes. Now shift your weight forward to your toes, and then come back to the center. Let's open up your eyes. We'll do that same to your left leg here. So squint your eyes or close, shift your weight to your left foot, and then come back to center. Let's open those eyes. We're going to go the right now. Squint your eyes or close your eyes, shift your weight to the right foot, and then come back to the center. Let's open your eyes. Last one here. Let's go back to the heels. Squint your eyes or close. Slowly lean back to your heels and then come back to the center. Let's open up those eyes. Great job, everybody. Let's go ahead and have a seat, and we are going to stretch out. You're welcome to pause the video again and grab some water if you need some, but we're going to stretch out those legs next. So if you're ready, go ahead and scoot to the end of our chair. Left leg is heel on the ground, toes are up. Keep the knees straight, the toes are up. Keep your shoulders back. Bend from your hips as we lean forward. Feel the stretch in your hamstring in the back of our leg, especially behind your knee here. So holding that position, keep those toes pointed up so you feel it all the way down your leg. Go about 5 seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then sitting tall. Switch over to your right leg as heel on the ground, toes up. Again, keep your knees straight, shoulders are back. We're going to slowly bend forward. Feel this stretch down the back of your leg. It should be mild. This should not hurt. Feel this behind the knee. Those toes are up. Hold here for another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then sitting tall. Take in your right leg. I want you to slowly slide the toe under the chair till you feel the stretch on your thigh. If you're able to, try to point your knee down to the floor. You'll really feel the stretch here. If you don't quite feel it yet, just lean back now from your hip. You'll probably feel it now on your thigh. 5 more seconds here. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then back to the center. Switch over to your left leg. Slowly slide that toe under the chair. Try to point the knee down if you're able to. Good. If you don't feel the stretch here, just lean backwards a bit. Really feel it right down this whole quad. But if it hurts, don't do it though. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1, and then coming back to our center. We'll have our feet together. Let's lift your toes up, stretching out your calf, the back of our leg. And then our toes are down. Let's lift our heels up high, stretch out your shins. And we're going to lower those heels back down. Let's reach your arms up to the ceiling. Just go up as high as you can. Keeping those feet together, we're going to now bend at our hips to try to touch our toes. So reaching down towards those toes with your hands. Feel the stretch in your lower back area. It should just be a mild stretch. And then sitting tall, let's reach those arms up towards the ceiling. We're going to go to the left side of your foot now. So bend at your hips, reaching down towards the left side of your foot. Feel the stretch on the sides of the body. Nice deep breath. Let's reach those arms back up to the ceiling. Let's go down to the right side, bending forward. Let's reach down to the right side. Nice deep breathing. Don't hold your breath. And then reach those arms back up towards the ceiling. Let's lean over towards your left. And then back to the center. Let's lean towards your right. And then coming back towards the center. Let's reach your arms forward, as far forward as you can. Try to roll your shoulders forward like we're really reaching forward to feel us on the middle of our back. Again, deep breaths. And then now separate your hands, thumbs are up. Let's push them out towards the side. Open up your chest here. Feel this down the front of our arms. And now let's take your left hand and we're going to take that over your left shoulder. Pat yourself on the back. Right hand, go ahead and push that elbow up to the ceiling if you can. Just feel the stretch in your tricep as well as in the shoulder. It should just be a mild stretch. Nothing should hurt. And then switching arms. Let's try that with your right hand over your right shoulder. Left hand, give that push. Feel a good stretch in the tricep area and your shoulder. And let's go ahead and lower this arm down. We're going to stretch out your neck now. You're going to look to your left. See if you can parallel your chin to the shoulder. You can give it a little push if you like. Again, nice deep breaths. Bringing the head back to the center. Let's look over to the right now. Slowly look to the right. If you need to add a little extra, push that chin. See if you can parallel it to the shoulder. And then bring the head back to the center here. Drop your chin down towards the left. And then back up. And last one, drop your chin down to the right. And then back up to that center. All right, everyone, great job today. Thank you so much for the workout. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel at Gentle You Fitness, one word, Gentle You Fitness. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, so that way I keep popping up on your thread and we can keep working out together. All right, everyone, thanks so much. I'll see you next time.